Hey there guys, Earbeast here. Hey, so this is going to be my video for the upcoming patch. This is going to be the shortened version. Booster and I have done a call after our playtest with the devs, which was a ton of fun. It was really fucking awesome, actually. So we have a discussion that's a much longer video. If you guys want to sit down for an hour, listen to us chatting back and forth, bouncing ideas off of each other, that's going to be the place to go and do it. But I thought I'd cover in this video some of the things that are coming to Enemy on Board. The first one, obviously, is the new store. And the new premium currency. So we'll be able to purchase Iridium, as they call it, which shows up here with your EO bucks. And this is the currency that you're basically going to be using to purchase both characters and skins. I think skins are going to be the one that is exclusively Iridium, while characters will be available through EO bucks eventually, and of course through Iridium. Now, that being said, obviously one of the really cool things that's coming to the game is new skins. There's new skins for each of the characters, and in the longer elongated video, Booster and I talked quite a bit about our favorite skins, a little bit about why they're our favorite, sort of our thoughts on what that looks like, and I'm just gonna scroll through them here so you guys can take a quick peek. They're pretty sick, honestly. They're pretty radical. They're pretty fucking awesome. So that being said, I think the next thing that everyone's really wondering about is Silas, right? Everyone wants to know, what does Silas look like? What is Silas looking like in the current meta, I guess would be the better way to say it. So, Silas is the assassin. He's a super cool character. The way that I've been playing him, and I guess I'll just talk about his abilities first, but we have Backstab, which, attacking a player from behind with a knife, shiv, or concealed blade will deal 9 damage over 3 seconds. Only one instance of Backstab can be active on a player at a time. And then you have Concealed Blade, which is if the assassin attacks an enemy with an empty inventory slot during Shadow Sneak, he will attack with a Concealed Blade instead of punching. The attack deals 12 damage. So basically how this works is while you're in Shadow Step or Shadow Sneak, if you have an empty hand, you get a slightly stronger single-use shiv attack. And if you miss, that shiv disappears, and if you hit, that shiv disappears, but it deals damage either way, and it can apply Backstab. So his actual character ability, Silas is able to move in the shadows, causing him to become fully invisible to players at a distance and partially visible to nearby players. The effect will end early if Silas uses an item or he activates this character ability again. Okay. So it says a character ability, and one thing that's really important about that, transforming into an alien does count. Now, one thing that doesn't count, you can't use your infest ability, right? So if you go invisible and then you infest, you'll get caught every time. But if you infest somebody first and then you turn invisible, nobody can tell that you've ticked. Nobody can tell that you've ticked if you run away and you're stealthed somewhere, which was super useful. In one of the games I played with the developers, I was actually making use of this because I wanted to test it. I was being quite literal with the way his ability was worded, and it seemed to work. People didn't seem to know that I had been infesting everyone, that I was the infester, and when I transformed, everybody was very surprised and also very dead. So that was pretty cool. So these are the 3 abilities we've been looking at, or the 2, I guess, perks and single ability we've been looking at for Silas. So after about 2 hours of playtesting, right, I didn't play as much as I wanted to, but I played a good amount. And what it came down to was I figured out pretty much how I think I'm going to build this character, and I think there's a number of ways to do it successfully, and it depends on the way you want to play. But if you like to be an aggressor, and let's be honest, this character is very aggressive. This character does want to kill people pretty quickly. This is a good character for people that are very quick to sniff out aliens and are not afraid to chase someone down. I think the absolute best way to play him is with the Bazinga Fist, which the devs have decided to rename due to popular demand, aka myself. The Bazinga Fist allows you to reposition yourself, and it's not only good for escaping, and it's not only great for chasing, but if you're on the wrong side of somebody and you've got that backstab ready to go and you've got that knife in your hand, being able to Bazinga behind them and stab them to get that extra damage. In a few of the games I was playing, it seemed obviously it's very strong, but it made the difference between several fights. I would not recommend running Toxic Blade on this character. Some people might do it. For me, it's not worth it, because you want to chase people. I feel like this character is about getting a slight edge to where your opponent's going to run. They're going to say, hey, I can't fight this guy right now. And they're going to run away. The two ways I thought of to play him was with Slow Drip. Slow Drip is incredible with this character because he's extremely evasive. He can dip in and out of shadows. So if you get a good backstab off on someone, you dip out for a second, you hang out, you heal up, and then you come back in for the kill, they're going to be forced to run away from you because they're going to have less health, which means you're always going to be getting your backstab on them. The other way I thought about building him was, of course, instead of a Slow Drip, the lightweight perk, which you guys see showcased here. And this is because, ideally, you always want to have that empty inventory slot so that you can make use of Concealed Blade in the early game. It doesn't matter as much during the late game. In fact, Concealed Blade becomes a very dead perk after Armory. But the way that I was playing him, it turned out that Concealed Blade is extremely powerful in the early game. The way we were doing the math, and with one Shiv, you can do a total of something like 76 damage. It's some ridiculous amount of damage. 9 times 4 is 36. Yeah, it's 76 damage with one Shiv. And then if you have Concealed Blade, you can finish someone off. So if you're an alien, this build is so fucking good. This build is incredible. I would still run probably Slow Drip. That's the one I seem to have the most success with on the beta. But lightweight does work. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way I was playing him. It was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. We saw he's got a ton of damage. He reminds us a lot of Force Blaster Zena, but a little slower. He relies on a Shiv. If he can't find it, he can get the job done with Concealed Blade. One other way that I had considered playing him heavily was, instead of taking Concealed Blade, was hoping I would find a Shiv, and instead... oh, I just had a brain fart. Right, Espresso. Because his cooldown is 20 seconds. Espresso removes 25%, so that's 5 seconds off. And his duration is 10 seconds. So basically you can run around with the invisibility constantly. In conjunction with Slow Drip, this makes you a very good guerrilla tactics type fighter. Or if you really like, and you don't like defensive perks, which you should like defensive perks, they're kind of the meta right now. Then you can run something like Toxic Blade for the extra damage. Anyway, mostly that's been my thoughts about Silas, the best way to build his perks. It's been a little bit, just took a little bit of time to show you guys what's coming out. And of course, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the patch notes. You guys probably have already seen them, but if you haven't, there's a couple of cool new patches that are coming. Obviously, the master skins you saw. Silas you've seen now. The storefront and Iridium is here. There's also been quite a few bug fixes. So the first one was that audio settings have been updated so that low volume is low and high volume is high instead of inverse. Tilde key does not bring up the dev panel anymore. So if you've tried to press tab and you had all that text show up, that's not going to happen anymore. They fixed a lot of issues with their Text Mesh Pro, like naming. You've seen the people with colored names and stuff. There is, if you quit the tutorial before you finish, by the way, now, you have to do it all over again, which is yikes. Credits are now rounded down instead of rounded up when there's a decimal. Let me see. They fixed a bug where there was no keybind for the third slot in the controls section for Nico. The tutorial won't soft lock anymore, so your friends can play if they've been locked out before. What else? Big ones that showed up. If there are two, yeah, okay, they fixed a bug where there was a 3-person sudden death. Cool. Oh yeah, one big thing. So you guys have been looking forward to the balance changes for things like Bedside Manor, stuff like that. Those changes aren't coming with this patch. They're going to come next week. So for those of you guys that are looking for that, that's when you'll see it. Unfortunately, you guys probably will see everybody else's content before you see mine. In terms of like the actual gameplay. But I will be on stream tonight, Thursday. What is today? The 20th. To play and show off some of the patch for you guys. So hopefully you guys will be there. Hopefully you guys will come check it out. I should have some giveaways for that. You guys will probably see this video while I'm at work. But I'll be on 7:30, like always, to hang out and to show you guys what's up with the new patch. Cool. Awesome. I think that's touched up on most of the things I wanted to talk about. I mean, obviously there's a lot of really, really cool stuff. Silas is awesome. I gotta say, the auto skin, incredible. This skin is easily the best one in my opinion. I'm pretty partial to Virgil. You guys know me. But yeah, awesome. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. And if you drop a like and subscribe when the next patch comes out, you can stay up to date on the new EOB content as it comes out. Much love, guys. Much love. Papa bless. And as always, until next time, Air Beast out.